Hi, everyone. I stumbled across some information on this last night that kind of just blew my mind, and I didn't see anybody else covering it. So I got some things to say. If you would, uh, give me just a minute to get everything together, and then we'll pop a clutch, grab a gear, squall tires, and haul ass to our seats and get this show on the road.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
I have been super busy, so I've not had a chance to update my missing children's video. I will have another one tomorrow, probably not for the morning live because I usually get up pretty early and do that one. But by tomorrow evening's live, I will have a new one. For now, we'll look at this one again. Okay. I was getting this together. So let's start off with how I stumbled across this situation. So I have pulled up my live that I did yesterday morning talking about the kidnapping of Willow and Wyman Bryant out of California. And we were reading the news article. I'll play
Allegedly
this.
abducted by their biological parents August 14th in South Los Angeles. The four haven't been seen or heard from since and could be anywhere in the country. Tiffany Bryant, 39 years old. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And David James, age 53, are believed to be traveling with their children in a champagne-colored Buick Enclave SUV with paper plates, according to the California Highway Patrol. Nina Glass, director of the nonprofit Search and Rescue with San Antonio Incorporated. What the crap? Nina Glass. Okay, so that's how I stumbled across this situation. Now, I want to show you why I was having that type of reaction. So, to do that, we're going to go back 3 months and we're going to play a live from a person known as Granny's Watching. I am going to link her videos in the description box when this channel is over, so you can go and watch these for yourself. And I'm going to try to just slide through and not play like the whole live. I feel like if you want to see everything she has to say, you need to go and give her a view. But this goes back to the Sebastian Rogers case, because Sebastian Rogers' father, Seth Rogers, brought in a crew of what appears to be misfits and took out some actual like private eyes and detectives that he had working for him. He 86 them, got them out of the dang way, and then brought in this crew of YouTube misfits. Okay, now Nina Glass was brought in by Tony Mathis. If you want to do some research into him, you can. There's videos out here all over these YouTube streets about Tony Mathis and Seth Rogers and Bullhorn Betty and that whole situation. I'm just going to go back to the part where they're talking about Nina Glass. So we're going to watch this video that she did first on this, and then we'll go over her live that gives more information. This is fair use.
Get the community involved, but it takes a lot to get, I just looked at it today. It's 985 miles. My truck is a diesel. It's about 130, 140 to fill it up. 400 miles to the full tank. I mean, it takes a lot from the community and surrounding members.
So that was Miss Glass herself asking for help with getting gas for her vehicle, and I think it needed to be fixed, if I remember correctly, so that she could come out and help look for Sebastian Rogers. Now, keep in mind, Miss Nina Glass is supposed to be running a nonprofit organization out of San Antonio, Texas, to help victims and their families for free. Okay, I understand that sometimes we all fall on hard times, but to be out here asking for your vehicle to be fixed and for gas money to come and give your services when you have a nonprofit organization that you're running doesn't seem very legit to me. And that's not even the biggest issue here. So I've paused this. We're going to read this. It is a post by somebody. Now, this is what somebody's saying. It could be true. It could not be true. But I do have actually Granny's Watching has actual evidence that she shares about the situation. This says, I was one of the lead persons and one of the best friends of the mother of the young man that we were searching for in Calhoun County. And please keep sharing your experiences with her. I was involved and at our station just about 24/7 until he was found. She 1,000,000,000% hindered the search. I'm going to read that again. She 1,000,000,000% hindered the search. She was unprepared. She drank. She lied about resources and gave false promises. If it wasn't for our community banding together, we wouldn't have found him. We found our own resources. The family purchased her and her friend coats, gloves. We put her in a nice vacation home for free, provided food, toiletries, you name it. I remember her talking about this, and it will be in the live, where she asked for shampoo. She asked for laundry detergent. You're asking them to buy you these things while they've already given you food. They bought you coats. They bought you gloves. They're putting you in a vacation house, and you're supposed to be a nonprofit organization that's coming out here to help lead a search. And the people who you're supposed to be leading to search with your nonprofit organization are purchasing all these things for you, coming out of their pocket, buying you things. And you're out here unprepared, drinking, lying about resources, giving false promises, asking for laundry detergent, asking for shampoo and conditioner, asking for coats and gloves and food and to be put up in a vacation house. They did all that for free, and she still got the nerve to ask them for laundry detergent, toiletries, drinking on the job, doing substance. It was just horrible. So back to this. She even had us bring her laundry detergent, see? One night, she had her friend follow anyone around that tried to speak privately. She was supposed to show up at 1:30 the first day and didn't make it until almost midnight and insisted on meeting the family at a local bar. The person that we were searching for, Hunter, his uncle, immediately reached out to me with a huge concern that she was definitely under the influence of drugs and definitely drunk. We fooled ourselves out of desperation and believed in her resources. She led us to believe she was there to help. No, she was there to prey on a desperate situation. Do not let her get involved unless you want your precious resources lining her pockets. And that goes back to what you heard in the beginning, her talking about, oh, it takes money for me to get out there. I drive a diesel. I need my truck fixed, all of this, all of that. She's preying on these families. She is not there to help. I'm going to play this again so you can hear what she is saying while they're on TikTok Live talking to Tony Rogers. He wants to bring her in on this investigation.
Get the community involved, but it takes a lot to get, I just looked at it today. It's 985 miles. My truck is a diesel. It's about 130, 140 to fill it up. 400 miles to the full tank. I mean, it takes a lot from the community and surrounding members.
Right. So
We
if
have-
they did like a fundraiser for it, that would help.
Okay, I'm going to read this and then we'll hear what they keep saying in the background. This is S&R. I was S&R with Delana. Was ordered not to map out or speak about search without her rolling out of bed at noon. I am certified. Can confirm Delana being drunk while on search every day. No excuse for the actions. Only went live to prove she was searching for 30 minutes of the day when questions got asked. Always on phone with Kim, planning next move for money, how to make others the scapegoat. Stayed at family's, friends' house, and hotel. Bought $3,000 dog while searching. Had huge birthday party. 300 plus spent on liquor. Took whole family on vacation to CC. 2 meals were bought for our searchers per week. Rest was paid for by Facebook group. Bar fights in CC. Overheard many phone calls about running background check on her own team for social security numbers for leverage, making purchases under their name, making everyone sign gag orders because they know too much about her illegal activities. Phone calls about SATX member merch buyers going missing if they ask questions because she got your addresses. Delana is a con artist. She has a past and everyone loves a good comeback story. This ain't one. That is something that I wanted to talk about. Everybody can have a past and everybody can move forward and make better about their lives. But you're going to see how this woman is not doing that.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
Now, this one says, I am posting because I saw there is growing concern about Delana Glass, which that's Nina Glass, by the way, whom also goes by Nina Glass and runs the company Search and Rescue SATX. So that's Search and Rescue San Antonio, Texas. Her maiden name is Fernandez. To address the concerns about her possibly embezzling funds, Miss Glass has a history of theft from places she works. After some digging, I discovered that while employed with Target, she conspired with another individual to defraud the company and assisted with theft. Miss Glass has used her private Cash App and PayPal to solicit donations from the public. Miss Glass was involved in a shooting incident, which resulted in a 10-year felony probation term. That's going to be important. This incident happened at an apartment complex not far from her residence. She was the aggressor in the incident. She claimed innocence. Give me just 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to do something for my husband. Okay. So, from her residence, she was the aggressor in the incident. She claimed innocence the entire time and said that she would fight for the case, but took a plea deal at the first opportunity. Miss Glass was kicked off of a search in Calhoun County, so that's what the CC was in the other post, in 2023, and escorted by Calhoun County Sheriff's Department. There were allegations of fraud and misappropriation of funds provided by the missing person's family. Y'all. And I'm going to show you some things relating to the Willow and Wyman case. Miss Glass was kicked off of a search in Live Oak, which is in or near Bexar County, because she was involved in a search that involved a minor, and she is not allowed to work around minors or in home health care, presumably to keep her away from the vulnerable population. Yet she's running a search and rescue for missing people, a vulnerable population. Miss Glass is known for drinking on searches and for drug use. She has been observed on multiple searches. She has been observed on multiple searches on different occasions to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Now, again, everybody can make a comeback, okay? But this shooting happened, like, I think it was exactly a year ago. And all of these other things have happened since then. So this is not a good comeback story. If you are out here doing things like this, drinking, got a drug problem, whatever, seek help and give yourself some time to heal and get these things under control, and then continue to run your company. Have somebody else step in for you while you're seeking help. But I don't think she wants help. I think she wants to prey on the vulnerable. I think she wants to be a tragedy pimp.
And I can tell you this, that Stephen Crabtree is a very good friend of mine. I don't know if you ladies know Stephen or not.
Yes.
Yes, we follow each other.
Yeah, he is a salt of the earth human. And I can tell you that once we get Nina to Hendersonville, she'll have everything she needs. But just for complete transparency, she's got to have some vehicle work done. And you know, if we could get somebody that would fundraise to get her out there, we're going to have lodging for her and her team. We're going to have them fed. We're going to have, if anybody.
So I wanted you to hear that, where he's talking about trying to get vehicle work done for her and her team. I'm going to do the settings and try to see if I can turn my camera down just a little bit. Oh, yep, I've got it. Because I talk loud and I don't want to be hurting your eardrums. So we'll try that. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so and what we just saw was her playing some of the police reports from where she was stealing in Target. I'm sure she'll go over that and what we're going to watch, but I can't see it. There's no way I'd be able to read it to you. And I was trying to let you hear where he was talking about getting vehicle work done for her vehicle. Now, this is going to be where she's in court for the shooting incident. This was Tuesday, September 26, 2023. So not even a year ago yet.
Anybody wants to get, create problems or cause problems, we're going to have people there for that too.
That would go Texas versus Delina Glass.
And that person talking in the background, that was Tony Mathis. And he was also talking about Stephen Crabtree, who has been making a comeback in the Sebastian Rogers case here recently. And just by the way, this is all in reference to the Sebastian Rogers case. And I'm going to pull up again where a news article, I think that news article last night where they were talking about the Willow and Wyman Bryant case, they said they had a search team coming in from San Antonio.
And I think it was her because we read in the article how it was Nina Glass. So she's still out here searching for these kids and for these children.
Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Adrian Clements.
And are you Miss Glass?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I just got a brand new product from Lumi deodorant and I cannot wait to try it out.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm real happy for you, ma'am. Okay. So I'm going to pull up the news article from yesterday where we were looking at the Willow and Wyman Bryant case, and I played that news article, and they talk about a search team coming in from San Antonio. Give me just 1 second and I'll get that pulled up. And then we'll watch more about the Nina Glass and what Granny's Watching has to say about it. I keep exiting out of my YouTube browser and it stops sharing with y'all. So let me pull this back up so y'all can see it. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, right here. This one is where I
30
think
new details about 2 children ripped from their LA foster.
I'm going to give that just a second to load. I don't know why my internet does this. I don't know if it's StreamYard. Okay, right here where this lady is speaking. Is that? I don't think that's Nina Glass herself. I certainly hope not. Okay, so we're going to look. We're going to listen to them talk about a search team coming in from Texas. And like I said, in a news article I showed you in the beginning, it shows that it is indeed Miss Glass with Search and Rescue SATX, which is San Antonio, Texas.
4 haven't been seen or heard from since.
These kids need to be brought back home.
2-year-old Willow Bryant and her 4-year-old brother Wyman have been missing for nearly 2 weeks now after their biological parents took them 12 days ago during a DCFS supervised visit. The children have been with a foster family since last year after a third child tested positive for drugs in their system at birth.
The non-custodial biological parents grabbed the 2 older ones and went out an emergency door and left the baby.
Oh my God. That is her. That is her. That is her. Oh my God, that is her. Look at the bottom. It shows you that it's Nina Glass. She is out here still running amok, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Birth.
The non-custodial biological parents.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I cannot believe it.
Foster family since last year after a third child tested positive for drugs in their system at birth.
The non-custodial biological parents.
Look right here.
Grabbed the
Nina
2 older
Glass.
ones and went out an emergency door
Nina
and left the baby.
Last week, the CHP issued an Amber Alert on behalf of the LA County Sheriff's Department. The family is believed to be living out of this Buick Enclave, which could be anywhere in the country. Now the kid's foster family has gotten the help of a nonprofit in the search.
They are the type of people that can live off grid, if that makes sense. They like to be out there in the middle of nowhere. State parks, we always say like RV parks, rest areas. You might see them at truck stops because they're nomadic. They live out of their car. They don't really have an address.
She says the best way to help is to spread the flyer to as many.
Yo, this is Nina Glass speaking right now. I didn't even realize it. Oh my God. Oh my God. So we're gonna listen to what Miss Glass has to say, and then we'll go back to Granny's Watching and see where she pulls up all the details of Miss Glass.
Many people as you can.
This is not the type of search where you can actually say, oh, we're going to go to this location and we're going to start searching. This is more of a nationwide search where everybody needs to be on the lookout for these people. I say grab a screenshot of the flyer, quick share it to anybody around you. If you have a Samsung phone, if you have an iPhone, airdrop it to anybody around you. Staples will normally give you 50 copies for free. Put them up in your local areas. If you can get to an RV park or a campground.
Basically, do whatever.
Oh my God, y'all. That is crazy. She's still out here. Oh my gosh. I mean, in her defense, though, she didn't look like she was on any substances in that interview. So that's good. I mean, maybe she is making a change. Maybe she's changed. I don't know. I don't think it's been enough time for you to have just done all of these things and then be out here searching again. I'm going to have to change my thumbnail. Oh my God, y'all. So we're going to go back to Granny's watching. Again, I will drop her links in the description box. Please give her a sub, give her a like. This is where she talks about this situation from 3 months ago when Nina Glass popped up in this Sebastian Rogers case. So I'm going to try to skip ahead and pull up to where she starts talking about it. I think she pretty much goes straight into it after she says hello to all her peoples. I'm sorry that my internet's doing that. I'm going to try to hook a wire up real quick while we listen to a minute of this and see if I can get it to stop loading like that. Maybe if I connect a wire from the box to the computer, it'll stop doing that. We'll see. So for now, I'm going to make this full screen and we're going to hear what Granny's watching had to say about this.
All right. Get the community involved, but it takes a lot to get, I just looked at it today. It's 985 miles. My truck.
So the woman speaking here is no other than Nina. But he could have borrowed a motorcycle, right? The same way he offered one to Pascal. He could have borrowed. Like number 56. Thank you, Tammy. Keep hitting the likes. We get into the algorithm. Let more people see the phonies that are involved with the Tony. Hey, Perry. Okay, so this is Nina. Nina speaking. I'm going to show you all a lot about Nina.
Get the community involved, but it takes a lot to get, I just looked at it today. It's 985 miles. My truck is a diesel. It's about 130, 140 to fill it up. 400 miles to the full tank. I mean, it takes a lot from the community and surrounding members.
So she wants money, right? They have this grand idea for this 501c, but she wants money. Nina needs your money to fill up her alleged truck, right? It takes diesel. Listen, this woman, after I show you who and what this woman is, you will understand this broke ass bitch ain't got no diesel, okay? But let's just go ahead and listen a little farther.
Now, I don't know if she has a diesel or not. What I do know is that she's out here running a nonprofit organization. She's not even supposed to be around minors, yet she's out here searching for them. And if you're running an organization that don't look too good when the family of the missing victim that you're searching for is buying you coats, gloves, putting you up in a hotel, buying you food, buying you laundry detergent, buying all these things, you're out here shooting guns and getting 10-year felony probations and doping and drinking and all of the things, even while you're on the search. Like that, let me just be the first to say, I don't drink at all ever. But that's a personal choice because I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like any of that. But everybody can go out here and have you a beer or two after work if you want to. That there's no issue with that. But when you're at work, you don't usually drink. If you do, that's a problem. If you're going out here to search for kids and you're drinking, that is a problem. I sped her up so that we can try to get through it. If it's too fast, I'll slow it down.
Right. So if we did like a fundraiser for it, that would help.
1,000%.
1,000% a fundraiser. That this broke ass bitch can't afford $200, right? That she can't do that. What else will she need? Cigarettes? Because I'm telling you, once I show you who this woman is, you'll understand.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you this, that Stephen Crabtree is a very good friend of mine. I don't know if you ladies know Stephen or not.
Yes.
Yes, we follow each other.
Yeah, he is a salt of the earth human. And I can tell you that once we get Nina to Hendersonville, she'll have everything she needs. But
Now, this is Tony Mathis talking, and I want to be the first to say I try really hard not to use other people's stuff. I'm not afraid to do research and find my own stuff. But on this case in particular, she has all this information, already has it put together, and it's set up nicely to show what I need to show pertaining to just specifically Nina Glass. This is a drama stream. I'm not going to be doing drama. I just wanted to bring this up because nobody else is talking about it. And that so I'm just using her stream because I'm not going to go and spend 4 or 5 hours researching Nina Glass when she's already got it put together here. Nina Glass is not something I'm going to talk about after today. I'm not going to be doing drama streams, so I used her stuff. Also, Stephen Crabtree is coming back again in this particular case that these people are talking about right now, the Sebastian Rogers case. So it's concerning again that they're promoting Stephen Crabtree and he's making another splash. Nina Glass, they tried to promote her, but kind of got shut down on that real quick when everybody saw who this woman really was. And she's over here doing other searches for other kids. I think she's still getting help from all the money and all of the things that Tony and Bullhorn Betty and all of the bad actors are pulling in by grifting on this case and just getting as much money as possible, and using. And I think they helped her. I think they fixed her truck. I think they put gas in her vehicle, and she's out here on the daggum news in Los Angeles looking for children again, not even supposed to be around minors.
But just for complete transparency, she's got to have some vehicle work done.
So now it's just not about gas, right? Now it's no longer just about the gas, the diesel that she'll need. Now she also needs vehicle work done. What kind of professional is out here driving with a vehicle that needs work done, right? Normally people, professionals especially, have their shit in order, right? They're not driving a busted down truck that takes diesel and needs work done, right? But okay.
And that's what they got been drawing attention to. You're out here running a professional 501c nonprofit organization, yet you need all of these things. What the hell? No, that don't sound right at all to me. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, I'm sorry, but it's a fucking duck.
Oh, they're all shady nonsense. We're gonna put the web right up there.
And if we could get if we could get somebody that would fundraise to get her out there, we're going to have lodging for her and her team. We're going to have them fed. We're going to have, if anybody wants to create problems or cause problems, we're going to have people there for that too.
That would go.
The only one causing problems here. Okay, the only one causing problems here is you, Tony the phony. Now let's hear it again without my interruption. All right.
Get the community involved. But it takes a lot to get. I just looked at it today. It's 985 miles. My truck is a diesel. It's about 130, 140 to fill it up. 400 miles to the full tank. I mean, it takes a lot from the community and surrounding members.
Right.
We
So
have-
it's like a
Takes a lot from the community and from the surrounding members, not from me who runs this organization. It doesn't take a lot from me to figure out how to get my truck working, how to figure out how to get gas for my vehicle to get out here to try to help on this search, because I want to do that. That's the kind of person I am. No, not her. She's not relying on herself to get the things that she needs for her personal use. It takes a lot from the community. Okay? From the community, y'all.
fundraiser for it. That would help.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you this, that Stephen Crabtree is a very good friend of mine. I don't know if you ladies know Stephen or not.
Steve is the one that wants to start the 501, right? Hey, chap, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Chris. So very good friend of his, right? You're surrounded by all the shady McNadies, aren't you? Very good friend of his.
Yes.
Yes, we follow each other.
Oh, we follow each other.
Salt of the earth human. And I can tell you that once we get Nina to Hendersonville, she'll have everything she needs. But just for complete transparency, she's got to have some vehicle work done. And
Notice that he says when we get her to Hendersonville, she'll have everything she needs. So they again, somebody else is going to be paying for her lodging and paying for her food and making sure that nobody's going to cause problems. Why would you think that somebody's going to cause problems? Okay. If this girl is who she claims to be and is a good person and all of that, why are you, before she even gets out here, stating that we're going to make sure that nobody causes problems? Could it be that it's because you know that somebody's going to have something to say about how she's acting, that she smells like alcohol, that she's on substances? Is that why you're talking about if somebody has issues?
You know, if we could get somebody that would fundraise to get her out there, we're going to have lodging for her and her team. We're going to have them fed. We're going to have, if anybody wants to get, create problems or cause problems, we're going to have people there for that too. That would go.
So you may be asking at this point, well, wait a minute, why do we need Nina? What is Nina's credentials? Well, I will show you. Don't ask me twice. I will show you Nina's credentials. Are you all ready for Nina's credentials?
Those are the only files I have. So if there's another file that should be up here, y'all need to ask the clerk.
So this is her in court for a shooting that she's got a 10-year felony probation sentence for.
That's the lovely Nina. Hello, Nina. Miss, my car's busted down and I need diesel. Hello. Right. Are they having an armed civilian security? What are they? Who are these people? I'll tell you who these people are. These are the type of people that Seth Rogers works with every day. These are the type of people that are inside the jail that Seth Rogers works at. That's what these people are.
Real quick, Seth Rogers is the father of Sebastian Rogers, the missing child. I hesitate talking about him. I've tried to be real lenient towards these people, but I heard just today from a creator that people, so like right after Sebastian went missing, he started a GoFundMe and has been basically pulling in quite a bit of money from the fact that his son is missing, and that a lot of people are involved in this case, and some people have been talking about it on a daily basis for the past 6 months. He went missing February 26th, I believe. It could be the 28th. And today I heard that people are just so fed up with all the drama in the case and the arguing between the parents. I'm team Proudfoot, I'm team Rogers. Everybody, there is no teams. You're looking for Sebastian Rogers, team Sebastian, if you got to do that. But he's getting upset because people are fed up with the drama and not going to mess with the parents, and are saying they're going to go out there and search for himself. And it's being said that because people want to go out there and search for themselves, Seth Rogers is mad because he's no longer running the show. It's not his show. And I say it like that because he said, "This is my show," in one interview, which is very concerning. But it could just be a wrong choice of words. I try to tread carefully in that arena.
All right. And Caroline, I signed that.
I love this Judge Boyd. Watch her faithfully. Amazing lady.
That's done. Bashan, this is an application. The court is calling 2023 CO.
In the words of Trev Time. No, not Trev Time. Can't stand him. Trevor Lee. This woman has more criminal record than she does credentials. Hey, Christy. Because these are the kind of people Seth relates to personally, which for a normal person sends a clear message. Shady nonprofits are a particular next level pet peeve of mine. I'm already aggravated. Yep. Good morning, John Dalton from Arkansas.
There are 3548 State of Texas versus, how do you pronounce your first name? Delina. I've been mispronouncing it forever.
Davina.
State of Texas versus Delina Glass. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Jason Garrett, defense. And are you Ms. Glass? Yes, ma'am. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Glass, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication.
I'm going to pause for fair usage, but as you hear, this is Davina Glass, the shady.
So she goes by Delina, Nina, and I think there's also some other names she goes by as well. And the things that Granny says about Seth Rogers, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to, like I said, tread carefully on that. I'm not going to really voice too much about my opinions on Seth Rogers. I have stated what I think about Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot. I think they're misunderstood, and people don't look into the things that are behind the way that they act. If you want to know more about that, go check out my live on that situation.
ES that is in cahoots with Tony the phony, and I think we are headed all the way here. Think my shoes buffering, but I'm pissed. Julie headed down yesterday from PA, and she's volunteering her time taking unpaid leave to help. And then her teammate offered to help her. Oof, interesting. Well, thank you for going, Julie. If I was paying for gas money, I drive a diesel. It takes right. That's what I'm saying, Marty. Like, who the hell? If you're broke and you're on SSDI, you can't afford diesel. Get out of here. This is a joke.
Patient or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me jump ahead of myself really quick and tell you all that Nina owes, obviously she owes restitution. She owes community service. Nina has been great at community service with her help in the Caleb Harris case. Her help has not been helpful. Okay. So she receives credits through the court for being a convict for helping with these missing children. Make that make sense? Does she have permission from her probation officer to even leave the state, and that diesel truck she can't afford and needs to be fixed?
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you?
And that's a good point that she's making here. A lot of times when you're on probation, you can't leave the state. Yet here Miss Nina is driving all over the place to grift and pimp and be a tragedy pimp. She's tragedy pimping all over the United States. Just going any and everywhere that she can convince people to fix her diesel truck and give her the gas money to go. Out here running these streets.
Do you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel.
She's popping a clutch, grabbing a gear, squalling tires, and hauling ass to the next tragedy event that she can pimp out. It's not good. It's a bad look.
Do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Mhm.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Ms. Glass, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's the second degree.
Listen to that again. Do you hear what she is being charged with here? Listen again.
Yeah, listen real close.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second degree felony.
Do you want this woman searching for your child?
No, ma'am. No, thank you. I'm good.
Yes. So Chloe Pro Bono, the professional, was dropped for felons. Good old Tony boy over there, and now Julia, another credentialed professional woman, isn't receiving any help, but this person is.
Now, Julia is a whole nother situation of a dog handler from PA. Evidently, she actually is a dog handler that does search and rescue, but that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Again, on that issue, there's videos out the yin yang out here on these YouTube streets. You can go look for yourself. I'm not getting into that. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This will be my only drama stream unless I find another situation like this. Again, remember, the reason I'm bringing all this back up is because she is on the news for the Willow and Wyman Bryant case that they just found those kids and the parents that had took them. But she's out here still doing it.
Oh, they've been working together for a very long time. They both involved themselves financially to benefit financially off of Caleb. Let's rewind it back. Hear it again.
You understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargaining agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand there, Miss Nina? Let me tell you something. I was wondering why she's laughing too. I don't know. But I like this judge. So
The judge was probably laughing at something that the clerk of court said or something that was going on in the courtroom. I definitely would not hold that against her, that she was laughing just then. It happens.
I don't care. I will say this, the fact that Nina's holding her purse is so unprofessional. You put it on the table. I can't stand people like Nina. There's nothing professional about her.
Did you understand you have a right to jury?
I do appreciate that she wore a button-up shirt and button-up pants. That's one thing, especially down here in the South. If you go into these courtrooms down here in the South and you're not wearing a belt and you don't look professional, I had to go for a traffic ticket the other day, and there was people in, and I noticed the people that went in there in their little Daisy Dukes and spaghetti strap shirts were getting different sentences and having to pay court fines. Whereas me, I was in there in a dress with a shawl over it, dress shoes, put on some pantyhose, and my shit got dismissed. I'm just saying, when you go to court, make sure you look nice. Make sure you got a belt on if you're a young man, and you'll get a lot further.
Jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargaining agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you
So she pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. She pled guilty.
intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison, and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you
Let's hear Nina's defense. This woman who inserted herself for the financial gain off the back of missing children.
believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Glass, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied?
This is just normal things that they say anytime you're entering a plea in a courtroom. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
With the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
This woman, again, who can't afford gas. What's love got to do with it? I love me some Tina. I grew up with some Tina. Love it.
According to the plea, there's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. There should be restitution to Brianna, Brianna.
That's her victim that she assaulted with a deadly weapon, Brianna.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing
Thank you for your service, American freedom fighter.
that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision
Sorry, I wanted to pause for fair use.
be for a term of 10 years. There'll be a type of evaluation.
Did you hear that? So, Ellie, this is the woman that now Tony wants us to fundraise to get her on the team. We need to pay this criminal to get on the team. Listen to what she just said there.
State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10
They want us to pay to get her on the team. Okay. This woman that is out here just doing the absolute most, they expect us to fix her vehicle and put gas in her car so that she can do what she runs a nonprofit organization to do. Out here running these streets, not supposed to be around minors.
10 years.
For 10 years, she has to do community supervision. This woman is inserting herself in the cases of missing children, and it is getting written off as community service.
There'll be a type of evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution. No
200 hours community service. 200 hours community service. And every time she goes and pretends to search for one of these kids off your money, it gets written off her sentence. 10 years probation.
contact with Brianna Brown or the family of Brianna Brown. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State officer.
Let's hear what the state's evidence is against this woman. This is the woman that they want us to pay to jump on Seth Rogers' team. That's who this is.
Any objection?
No objections.
All right. And state, have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
Oh, we have, Your Honor.
All right. You may continue to confirm. Ms. Glass, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me break it down for everybody who's unaware. Good morning from PA, Sweetie Pie. This here on your screen is Danina Glass. Danina Glass is very close friends with Tony Mathis. Tony Mathis is the alleged PR with zero PR credentials or anything that is working for Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers is the father of missing 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Since Seth has come into, connection with Tony through Pascal, is what everybody is, Pascal said, I know so, but whatever, and then he got in touch with them. Tony has spoken about making his own email, making his own Facebook group, making his own GoFundMe, making a 501c, and now Tony wants to introduce everybody to Nina here on your screen. Nina here on your screen needs your money, yes he does, to get to Tennessee to help with her non-credentialed ass and searching for Sebastian. But let's not forget, we had an RSO searching for Sebastian. Now we have felon Tony here, and now we have no other than Nina Glass joining the A-Star team. Okay, I will go back and play that in just a moment when we get here.
Did you understand that today?
And all of that's true. There was a registered SNEX offender out here searching for Sebastian. There's been a lot going on in this case, and they all seem to be brought in by Tony Mathis and Seth Rogers. And it's concerning. I mean, it is. I don't understand why they keep trying to bring in all these bad actors to this case. I mean, what other reason could it be other than to try to get money? It's not a good look. And everybody's been out here trying to tell Seth to get rid of Tony Mathis and these people that are not good, and he don't listen.
Today, the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Not this Nina, no.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna slow it down.
Different Nina.
I just realized that.
You know what? Seth works with dodgy people all day. And I refuse to believe that Seth working around criminals all day, every day isn't aware of who is a criminal or not. And even if he weren't, he has access that us normal folks don't to run the backgrounds of these people that are benefiting financially off of his child.
Stephanie, you're talking too fast.
I can't figure it out either, Wendy. I'll show you all in just a moment. Assault with a deadly weapon, Thor. 10 years probation, 2 years community service. Community service is being written off by her, inserting herself into these missing children cases where she financially benefits. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what other conclusion is there to make other than you're bringing her in to help you and her financially benefit from this situation? There is no other conclusion to come to. Why are you all trying to financially benefit off of this missing child, off of your son being missing? I mean, what other conclusion are we supposed to make out here seeing all of this? I don't understand how any other assumption is to be made from this situation.
Judge Boyd slowed it down for 30 seconds. Oh, is this bothersome, Nina? Good golly.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
I'd like to.
She was found guilty of assault with a deadly weapon against another woman. This grown-ass Nina on your screen used a deadly weapon to assault another woman. And this is who is aiding in the search for a missing 15-year-old child. I don't know, SS. I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I just ask that you follow the agreement. Outside of the agreement, Judge, my client is indigent. Specifically, she's on disability. I ask the court to consider probate and fine.
Did you hear that? She's even on disability. No, Sue Dickens. I'm not saying.
She is on disability. She's out here searching for missing children, running a nonprofit organization while being on probation and disability and alcohol and substances and needing money for this and needing money for that. And the third and the fourth and the fifth and hotels and coats and gloves and laundry detergent and food and all of the things. This is a leech. This is what you call a leech. She's not out here going to do a damn thing to help you. She's going to do something to help herself and her money and her pockets. That's what she's going to do.
Stuff without watching. I've been watching everything, okay? So let's hear that back again.
Specifically, she's on disability. I'd ask the court to consider probate and fine in full or partially.
So he wants them to probate her fine in full or partially because she's on disability. She's on disability.
In addition to probating some of the community service.
Oh, can you also take away some of the community service because she's disabled, but her disability doesn't stop her from inserting herself in these missing children cases? I do not. Nonsense. That's interesting. I wonder if that was written off as well for community service.
All right. Why were you late for court? I had to bring an Uber down here, and I come from Universal City in the traffic disorder.
Oh, so you do know what an Uber is. Let's listen to that again. Why were you late for court? You were late for court? Yeah. Okay, but she's late for
out here late for court on a day when you've entered a plea deal to get probation for a felony gun charge. Assault, not even like possession of a gun. This is assault with a deadly weapon. And and they gave you a plea deal, which means that you're going to get out on having to do just probation. Or in her case, she's going to get, when you do a plea deal, it's like less time and it's a better deal for you than like going to prison for 20 years, et cetera, et cetera. You heard what she said were the possible, punishments for her charge. Okay. And she's going to get 10 years probation and be okay and be free, able to walk these streets out here. And she got the daggum nerve to show up late for court, for real, out here running a nonprofit looking for children. Are you fucking kidding me?
late for court, but she got an Uber, so she does know what an Uber is. But it's easier to ask all of you to pay to fix her truck that needs diesel gas. How many of you are buying a diesel vehicle when you're on disability? I'll tell you what, I'm not on disability, but I'm a broke-ass single mother of two, and I'm not buying a vehicle that requires diesel.
Let me tell you what, I'm a broke-ass mother and stepmother of 4 children. Actually, if you add my children and the 4 children that I'm a stepmother to, I'm actually mother to 7 children. And I got a husband that works a good job, and I still don't have a diesel vehicle. It's too expensive. Come on now.
I had to bring an Uber down here, and I come from Universal City, and the traffic was horrible.
All right.
She did text me this morning too, Judge.
All right. What is your disability for?
I've had 5 back surgeries, 2 knee surgeries, and ongoing autoimmune disorders.
Oh, so with 5 back surgeries, 2 knee surgeries, and an ongoing autoimmune disorder, this woman is out on the fields with your hard-earned money, searching. We're supposed to believe this woman with her 5 back surgeries, 2 knee surgeries is searching for these missing children? Are you searching to fill your bank account? Oh, you're right, horse with no name. How dare I?
And she's on disability. Not only does she have a back injury, she's on disability for having a back injury. Okay. If you get caught out here on disability and you're proven that you don't need to be on disability, like for example, if she's out here searching and walking and going through, high thicketed areas, climb trees, all of the things that proves that she could work a normal job and that her back surgeries and back issues aren't hindering her to the point that she cannot work a normal job, she will lose her disability. She's out here searching and on camera and all of the things, and she's not going to be out here doing a damn thing that's going to prove that she can do a daily job, a job that most people do with her back issue. She's saying, I have this back issue, therefore I cannot work a normal job and need disability. But she's out here searching for kids and proving that she can work a normal job with her disability. She's not going to want that on camera. She's not going to want people to see that can turn that into her disability office. She's not going to be doing a damn thing. How I don't even understand how you're out here running a nonprofit organization to search for children when you're on disability, especially for a back issue.
I become a single mother. Gee gollikers, that's not common nowadays. Yeah, I'm allowed to be full of judgment when I've made changes in my life to better myself, and these people are actively going off the bad behaviors. Absolutely, I am judgmental. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll set up my own GoFundMe. I like that idea. Did anybody have any ad revenue on here today? Did you guys get any advertisements? No, ads are turned off, but I should turn them on, Brian Babbitt. So people like you can watch an ad before you run your mouth. Give you about 30 seconds, 10 seconds to consider what you're writing next. Why are you bothered that I'm exposing that these frauds are claiming with your money to search? Why does that bother you? You should be more bothered by the fact that every professional around Seth that actually had the credentials to help find this missing child has been dismissed. So these absolute jokes of people could come in and ask for your money to go ahead and search.
And that's an important point that I want to make in all of this. All of the credentialed people around Seth that came in to help are being dismissed. They're being told to leave because they want to do criminal background checks on these people that want to come out and help search for his child. And I get the fact that he says, I'll take all the help I can get, any help I can get. Okay, I got that. I understand that you just want to find your son. But now you've got all of these type of people here, and all the good ones are gone. I think it's time to reevaluate your situation and make some better decisions.
Search for this child with 0 credentials and 0 money in the bank.
Right.
That should bother you more.
The police report. So it always appears that females want to fight over some.
I never said that we pay it, Patty M. I never once said that we pay her benefits at all. That didn't come out of my mouth. I don't know how or what she's on. I just know she's on disability for 5 back surgeries and 2 knee surgeries. That's what I know.
A boyfriend who could care less about either of them.
I didn't catch that earlier, the knee surgeries and the back surgeries, but you're out here walking around proving that you can walk around enough to search for a child, to have your own nonprofit organization searching for children and on disability. All the shit's on camera. She's going to lose her disability if she ain't already. And she's going to be concerned about that. You're out here proving that you can walk around. You can search, if you can search for children with 2 knee surgeries and a back surgery, but yet you're on disability saying, I cannot work a normal job because of my knee surgeries and my back surgeries. Ma'am, that's a lie. And it's very easily provable. What the hell? I don't even understand how she even has disability. And the nonprofit organization, she runs it. I don't understand what's going on with that.
Of them. So explain to me why you thought it was appropriate. Your daughter's ex-boyfriend's girlfriend is coming over to have a conversation with her. I say conversation loosely. And so your daughter calls her brother and says, hey, this girl is coming over. So instead of anybody saying, let's call the police, everybody's like, oh, she's coming over to start something. And the brother's like, well, I'm going to come over there to help in case there's any problem. Nobody thinks of calling the police. Then you get involved.
That's because they're asking for us to pay for her to get to Tennessee, Patty. I'm sorry you came in late and misunderstood. Yes, I usually take. You sound like you're 15 years old. Yeah, I really care what a horse's ass thinks of me. This is no other than Nina. I'll go back and revisit so you guys can all see it again.
You fired a shot.
She killed her son.
You
Get the
could've killed
fuck out
her.
of here. You're saying that Katie killed her son, Maui girl, right? You spelled girl wrong. You're saying she killed her son as you're hearing this woman on the screen assaulted somebody with a deadly weapon and could have killed a woman. Isn't that funny? Quite the ironic comment right there. Listen again to what this judge says.
And you get involved. You fire a shot. You could have killed her. And I'm reading this. The bullet went through a bedroom, went somewhere else. You could have killed some young child who's just at the apartment trying to enjoy his best life. And meanwhile, people who didn't raise their children appropriately are getting into a fight over some boy who's probably with another girl right now, who probably doesn't have employment and has nothing going for himself.
So she assaulted this woman with a deadly weapon, could have killed her over some bum ass man. And this is who you all want searching for this child. This is who you all want to line her pockets to get to Tennessee. If you are judging Katie, you have no business not judging this woman. Let's hear that again. Rewind it back.
At the apartment trying to enjoy his best life. And meanwhile, people who didn't raise their children appropriately are getting into a fight over some boy who's probably with another girl right now, who probably doesn't have employment and has nothing going for himself. Because if he did.
And this happens all too often. You see it all the time. In court cases, this judge is 100% right on point with this. She is not wrong. And if you are out here making decisions like this, I question your maturity level. Like, that sounds like a really immature thing to do, not smart at all, not logical, damn sure not somebody that I want out here searching for my kids. I'll tell you that right damn now.
He would not be dating girls fighting over him. So what were you thinking?
It was actually the young man's sister.
Yeah, but what were you thinking?
It was a young man's sister. It was a young man's sister. Listen, you trolls can come in here. You can say what you want. I don't want anybody accusing anybody of murdering Sebastian. Okay? Well, I want hope and faith that that boy is out there and can be found. Don't speak on me in my chat. You're going to insult me. You will absolutely be timed out. You come back in again with it, you'll be blocked. You are allowed to debate in here. You're allowed to comment here. You're not allowed to attack other subscribers, and you're not allowed to say that Sebastian is dead. It's ridiculous.
I was defending my daughter because she was 27 years old.
So you're pulling out a gun with a crowd of people. And I read the report, and what it says was your son was trying to pull you back. Other people were in between you and this person trying to de-escalate, and you escalate by pulling a gun. Did anybody pull a gun on you?
No, but I did know them to have weapons.
No. Did anybody pull a gun on you?
So this maniac on the screen pulled a gun on another woman over a guy. This is who you want, aid innocent child?
So you're 2 steps away from being charged with murder and probably on trial for murder, looking at a life sentence where nobody's going to care whether you have a disability or not.
Yes, sir.
And then you're firing a gun, then putting it back in your waistband. People do watch too much TV.
Again, she fired a gun over a dispute with a man. This is not okay. This is not what's
In an apartment complex. In an apartment complex. And it was I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was children. On behalf of the children or something to that effect. Like, what the fuck, ma'am?
what Seth Rogers needs. Seth, please wake up, get back to the professionals, and drop these assholes.
Where everybody wants to carry a gun in their waistband like this is Miami Vice or something.
Yes, ma'am.
You taught your children nothing on that day. Because guess what they're going to be thinking? Pull a gun. Guess what? It doesn't matter if there are 20 people around. It doesn't matter if we're in a crowded stairwell. Whoever gets shot, gets shot. And guess what? That bullet that went through somebody's apartment, because they say it went through somebody else's apartment who has nothing to do with nothing.
She could have killed anybody that day. This woman couldn't control her anger and resorted to grabbing a gun and shooting. And the bullet went through an apartment of somebody not even involved. Alyssa, I'll go back and revisit that.
Their child, and we've had a case like that before, their child just standing in the kitchen, minding their own business, cooking, end up with a bullet in the brain splatter and brain matter all over the floor, and they have nothing to do with nothing.
Ooh.
And then the defendant is up in here crying, which you would have been up here crying. I didn't mean to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Pulling a weapon should not be somebody's first thought.
And that happens all too often. People out here not even having nothing to do with it are ending up no longer on this earth because of somebody else's stupid decision. You ought to see and hear about children like in bad areas of like Chicago and things like that, just stray bullets flying through their windows. There's cases out there of children being in an apartment with their family, having dinner, doing schoolwork, in the daggum bed, sleeping. And
a bullet comes through the wall from somebody else in another apartment acting stupid, firing a gun, people out here doing drive-bys on the street, and children that aren't even involved, and the people that are arguing and fighting dead. And you're out here taking chances like this, but gonna be helping search for children. Come the hell
Coward. You
on.
should have picked up the phone. And I understand that this started at a different complex and then y'all took it to another complex. Everybody should have been calling the police.
Coward. Pulls a gun without any concern for anybody around.
Yes, ma'am.
That's people should not have been opening the doors. And if your son was coming over to help his sister, you know what he should have said? We're gonna close this door, we're gonna keep the door locked, we're gonna call the police.
Yes, ma'am.
And that would have been the end of it. Now guess what?
So the whole family's gangsters out of control, right? And this is who we're sending to help search for Sebastian. This is who needs your money to fix her diesel truck to get to Tennessee. This is who Tony Mathis co-signs for.
You got a criminal case pending.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're gonna be on deferred for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and you will forever be labeled as somebody who has a felony.
Yes, ma'am.
What, Angie? Are
You
you
have
serious?
any-
What would I have done if it was my daughter? I'd call the police. You think I'd just shoot and take the risk of killing anybody? Are you kidding me? What kind of nonsense are you on right
Underage
now?
children at your home.
Yes, ma'am.
What are they?
I don't know what that question was about, but yeah, if it's your child, you call the police. You do something else. There's so many other options. So many.
Their ages?
She's 17.
17-year-old daughter.
Okay. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred that's being asked for. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Brianna Brown or her family. And if Brianna Brown shows up to your daughters or shows up to your place because she still thinks she's got a great catch with this ex-boyfriend, you need to call the police.
So this woman involved herself in teenagers fighting over a boy. Over a boy. And the mother, the one adult in the situation, pulled out and shot a gun. Thankfully, it didn't hit anybody, but she tried. She tried to shoot at somebody, and the bullet went through a random apartment, which could have killed anybody.
Yes, ma'am.
A
200
teenager.
hours of community service restitution. Do you have any grandchildren?
Yes, I have 3.
And who's the parent of those?
Three
My
grandchildren.
26-year-old son.
All right. Do you ever babysit?
Yes, ma'am. 3 days a week.
All right. There's going to be parenting classes. I'm going to want regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
All right.
The UA isn't a urine analysis, so she's having to take parenting classes to be babysitting her grandchildren, but they got her out here searching for missing kids. Again, I don't understand how, why. And over here on the news with the Willow and Wyman Bryant case, on the news as being a credentialed searcher, I don't get it. This is concerning.
We're going to do a UA today. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person.
That's it. I think Seth needs to go back to the professionals. That's it.
Anger management classes.
Anger management classes.
I'm going to want field visits
Field visits.
one time per month
Yes, P-test. You
for
would.
3 months. If everything works out with the field visits, then probation, you can do those as you see fit. And the MRT course. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Yes. Proof of disability or SSI.
Proof of SSI, because after she committed this crime, she wants the financial charges, the financial price she has to pay to be lowered because she's on SSI. But what is she on also? She's on TikTok asking for your money. Ask how much money this woman has made searching in quotations for Caleb Harris.
Within 2 months. If not provided, then
So Caleb Harris, that's another case. I think it actually just got handled, but that's where we met Tony Mathis. He came in on the Caleb Harris case, and I guess he brought her with him.
proof of employment within 60 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Anything else, probation? Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court circuit.
I agree with that, Burgess. I absolutely agree with that. As I said, I have my own history. I completely agree with that. But I'm going to show you why she didn't change. Just hold tight. She actually is asking for money. Are you her? Okay. She's not asking for money, guys. We just made that one up.
Yeah, we just went over how she needs money to fix her vehicle, for gas, all of the things to get back and forth to help search.
to get, I just looked at it today. It's
This is Nina talking here. This is Nina.
985 miles. My truck is a diesel. It's about 130, 140 to fill it up. 400 miles to the full tank. I mean, it takes a lot from the community and surrounding members.
Right. So
We
if
have-
we did like a fundraiser.
So if we did like a fundraiser, Tony Shea
So I'm going to try to skip. I don't
Nina
want to just sit
Glass,
here.
who also goes by Nina Glass, and runs the company Search and Rescue S.
So we read through all this. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Oh, why are they?
I think I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't want your therapy, but Nina might need it. We read through this earlier, so again, I'm not gonna. If you want to hear what she has to say about these things as she's reading them, you can. I want to play this where she goes over the Target thing, and then I'm probably gonna stop there and let y'all watch Granny stream if you want to see everything there is to know about Nina Glass, because I don't want to just sit here and play her stream, because I don't think that's fair. I think if you want to know more, you need to go give her that view. So we'll look at this. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my volume back on.
AP began bringing up AP's merchandise on the register. P watched by surveillance camera that AP was put in the prices in the register manually instead of scanning
Okay, hold on.
off of a search in Live Oak, which is in or near Baxter County, because she was involved in a search that involved a minor, and she's not allowed to work around minors or in-home health care, presumably to keep her away from the vulnerable population. We just heard the judge state that. Mrs. Glass is known for
Okay,
something.
so I think
So let's
this
check out.
is where she talks about the charges.
Here's the reports. I was dispatched to the above address for a theft report. AP began bringing up AP's merchandise on the register. P watched by surveillance camera that AP was put in the prices in the register manually instead of scanning the price tags. So Miss Nina there had her friend come in, and they were going to go ahead and just steal from the company. Instead of scanning the items, she was manually typing them in. She was involved in this. Here's everything they stole: black sneakers, beige pants. What's this one? This is when she was kicked off a search by the police.
Kicked off the search by the police. I think this was for the Caleb Harris case. She's getting kicked off of searches by the not the family of the missing child. No. By the actual police of the county. They're coming and kicking her off of the case, of the search. A nonprofit organization that's supposed to be there to help in your most desperate hour. Out here getting kicked off of the premises of the search area by the dang police.
Kick off a search. Black bra, a pack of Seth soap, Dallas Cowboy t-shirt. You should go to jail for a Dallas Cowboy t-shirt. Sorry, just had to put some lightheartedness into this. But this is, again, Nina being arrested for stealing. Tyler shirts, Tyler jeans. Not only did Nina assault somebody with a deadly weapon, shoot at somebody, but here she is, twice being arrested. Daniela Glass. I'd like to speak to Sergeant, helping with Blue Drive team. Woman on premise and needs to go. Here's where she was kicked off another search. Thank you so much, Miss Robin. Missing person had become a business opportunity. Pretty gross. That's a good question. I'll check the dates. This is when she was kicked off another search. This is 2/4/23. So February 4th of 23. A few months after this, she went on to shoot a woman. So February 4th of 2023. And by September, she was shooting at a woman. This is all just last year. This is as she's claiming to be an advocate and searching for these children. A few months later, she goes to shoot at a teenager over a teenager relationship dispute. Spoke with John Fletcher, one in some particulars, and Sergeant advised the sheriff advised that family members wanted certain people to leave. Mr. Fletcher wanted to know if more was going on than what was told to him. Mr. Fletcher never questioned any information. Mr. Fletcher advised, sounds like they have worn out their welcome. Again, another family asked that she leave. They did not want her there for their child. So
you're asking for help from the community to help find your child, and you're having to ask this woman to leave because she's such a hindrance to what you're trying to do. Yet she's running a nonprofit organization that's supposed to be there to help. I mean, I don't understand why the news in Los Angeles has this lady on there searching for Willow and Wyman Bryant. Got her featured on the news, making me think I thought that was a daggum social worker the first time I watched it. Oh no, that's why I was so surprised just a minute ago when I replayed it. Nope, it's Nina Glass. With all of her baggage that she's gonna bring to help search. Bags and bags and bags. So I'll play this. I think we read it already, but she goes into something else.
I was search and rescue with Nina, Delina, was ordered not to map out or speak about search without her rolling out of bed at noon. I am certified. King of overheard many phone calls about running background checks on her own team for social security numbers for leverage, make purchases under their name, making everyone sign gag orders because they know too much about money, illegal activities. Phone calls about SATX members, merch buyers going missing if they ask questions because she got your addresses. Daniela is a con artist. She has a past and everyone loves a good comeback story. This ain't one.
I think that's really important there. And, we read that in the beginning. This is not a good comeback story. This is a grift tragedy pimp story.
This was a professional that was working with Daniela, with Nina Glass. This is their account of what they experienced with her. Okay. Here's another report. Stage at clubhouse restroom is where they are at. This will be a person in charge. Are going to boat ramp and make sure that everyone complies. There's quite a few people out there. Make back leaves the caller as that location. There's some hot-headed guys that want to take care of this themselves. She was advised that deputies are on scene. She said she will not say anything else. As notes, I asked Glass in private to leave the area immediately. Later met with complicit who stated other female Frankie needed to leave. She was located and also informed to leave the area immediately. Both were asked to vacate. So she was asked again on a search to leave. Leave, get out of here. We don't want you. Guess what? You don't belong part of Sebastian's army.
Sure don't. Or Willow and Wobbin Bryant's army. I've heard that they've been found and located and are safe. But why that concerns me to no end that she was out here searching for these babies.
Female that is in Port O'Connor, who was helping with search. She texted him that the Calhoun County Sheriff is escorting her out of the county. You may ask, is Nina licensed with the Texas Health Department? That is a no.
How are you out here running a nonprofit search organization and you're not licensed?
The Corpus Christi Police Department is unaware of any previous incidents involving Ms. Glass. Ms. Glass is a private citizen who has conducted searches independent of the Corpus Christi Police Department, which is well within her rights. Ms. Glass has not now conducted, nor has she ever conducted, any search efforts under the direction of supervision of CCPD. She lied. She lied and said she had the police department's permission. Oh, I think he is, Chinlo. I think he is. So she lied and said, I'm working with the police. No, she's not. The CCPD has no authority to remove her or any other volunteer from any search they may be conducted as long as they are either searching on public property or within a permission of private property owners. That's because people had to reach out and say, does she really have your permission? Because we don't want her here.
And that other one we saw where it says CC, it is going to be Corpus Christi. That's down south, way down south in Texas, by San Antonio.
I was one of the lead persons and one of the best friends of the mother of the young man.
So we read this again. If you want to hear her read it and see what she has to say with these screenshots of people talking, you'll have to go through and watch her stream. I wanted to see if she pulled up anything else pertinent. I'm going to see what this is real quick. Okay, so this is talking about the other dog handler where it's been questionable. I think she does indeed have dogs, but that whole situation is a whole nother rabbit hole. So here we have Miss Glass herself on an interview. So let's see what this says real quick.
Did you know that? Truth, not feelings?
I'm sorry, we say that again. I apologize.
Did you know that Nina Glass inserted herself into Savannah Soto's case as well?
Doesn't surprise me.
Where she also had a money grab over on the Drunken Turkey show. Here she is.
So this is going to be the Drunken Turkey show. I will link that. And the person talking is called Truth, Not Feelings. Though I think he renamed his channel something else. And I'll link that down in the bottom too. The Savannah Soto case, if you want to go look into that, you can find plenty of videos out there on it. That was a horrible case where a girl that was supposed to actually be on the way to the hospital to deliver her baby to be induced was red rummed in a vehicle with her boyfriend in San Antonio, and they could not find her or her boyfriend for a long time, and she was found in a parking lot. They were both deceased in the vehicle. That's another case. I've been in the true crime community for a long time, so that's just what I remember off the top of my head. But here, right here, is Miss Glass on the Drunken Turkey show, out here still running amok. And again, that was December of last year. So she went to court in September, and then 2 months later, she's out here on the Drunk Turkey show, in reference to the Savannah Soto case.
Nina Glass. Oh, thank you for asking, Jane. One of the members may have, or mods may have the link. So yeah, so we got the fact that, and people are still looking over these red flags. We've been shouting them from the jump. Seth preyed on a victim, no matter how you cut it. And people are over in these, I see them over in these, she's on her way. If Tony can raise her the money, Julie. I see people over there saying, oh, well, maybe Katie didn't have a connection to Sebastian because she went into the army and blah, blah. She was a young girl.
And just to put it out here, there's very few creators on here. You're one of them, but Clue has been from the beginning that I followed Clue, right? Talking about this same stuff. Like this is, and that's why Clue gets the hate she gets. I'm sure that's why you get the hate you get. There's a few others that get some pretty heavy hate, but you can't deny about this same stuff. Like this is, and that's why Clue gets the hate she gets. I'm sure that's why you get the hate you get. There's a few others that get some pretty heavy hate, but you deny what people are saying. You can't if you.
I'm sorry, but I think it is very important to know that Katie was a teenager when she met Seth. Why are people like, how's that muddy to watch?
Himself. We're literally using multiple interviews of Seth talking.
I'm trying to skip it to where she plays the video.
Dada, Baba, Mama. But notice he didn't add in that he ever said Mama, right? So people are taking what Seth said there at face value. When it
got his camera, turned it, and that's when Seth went into the screaming shit.
Trying to.
His mother, Katie, didn't get him the proper therapy he needed, which is bullshit, and he was displaying behaviors.
Okay, that's whoa.
So, if that is true, then why were they spending hours talking on the phone?
Skip it to where she plays the video.
Said it. Apparently, if we believe Seth, Chris stated, if people find
we'll have to get internet games.
So which one was it? It all depends on which side you're looking for.
Why are you encouraging a young?
We hear he stayed up at Dad's for however long he wanted. He had access to the internet. He had access to getting the waitress's phone number. So again, it all depends what side you're listening to. And so many people are focused on the Proudfoots, likely because they don't bring the same attention Seth does. Seth offers a panel, whatever, that they're missing all these red flags from him alone. Everything Seth says is so contradicting. Then you add in the fact that Seth didn't even see Sebastian for up to like 6 weeks prior to his disappearance.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'd have run away from home too.
Okay, there was a lot. I wish I could ignore. Okay, so
hi everyone, Mark Barden here.
Let me see if I can find that Drunk Turkey show just real quick. And again, that was Granny's watching. If you want to check out what she has to say on that stream about all of those things, please go check her out. Give her a sub. Let's see. Let's do it. Drunk Turkey show. Nina Glass. Let's put Savannah Soto. Oh my gosh. Oh, might help if I spelled it right. Let's see if we can find it. We will look for it like that. Drunk Turkey Show, Savannah Soto. Oh my gosh. Hold on. So I'm trying to go to YouTube. I don't know why it took me to Google. I guess I hit the backspace or something. Okay, Drunk Turkey Show, Nina Glass. Okay. So let me pull this up so you guys can see it. And we will watch it. And then that'll be it for me. So this is the Drunk Turkey Show. If you have not subscribed to them, please do so. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe now. I will link them in the description box below. So let's see what they had to say to her. Here we go. Meet Nina.
So we're going to be, we have a pretty good show today coming up, in my opinion. We have a great guest. Her name is Nina Glass. She is the director for the Search and Rescue SATX here in San Antonio, Texas. They're part of the group that located, she's part of the group that located the vehicle that contained the deceased Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. So welcome to the show, Nina. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing.
So she looks okay here, but this is going to be in between. So the timeline would be that she did what she did in September with the gun charge. And then this is going to be December. And then the Caleb Harris case, I believe, was after December and into January, where she's out there acting a fool, being escorted off a search and rescue and all of that. And now we're in, then she in March, I believe it was. She might have been doing the Caleb Harris case in February. I think that's when that was actually. And then in March, she's trying to get in on the Sebastian Rogers case. And now we're into September of 2024. And she's out here with the Willow and Wyman Bryant case.
We're doing great. So just, before we get into this specific case and stuff, can you tell us a little bit about your group, Search and Rescue SATX?
Sure. Originally in 2019, I started doing search and rescue to help victims, families, with missing loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 years, I did it with a different group of people. And then I branched off on my own, started my own nonprofit, made an incorporation, and that's how we got Search and Rescue SATX.
Nice. And you worked on a few local cases and some across Texas of missing persons. What are some of the most, probably more recognizable missing persons cases that you?
It concerns me that she's been doing this since 2019. I'd like to see when she branched out by herself and did her own nonprofit thing, but it wasn't brought up in court. And I feel like that's something important that should have been brought up in court with her charge and everything, that she runs a nonprofit and that she's out here doing these things.
That you've worked on.
If it was and I missed it, I apologize, but I don't remember that being brought up. I was trying to make a different thumbnail, so I'm not sure if I might have missed it, but I feel like the judge would have had something to say about that.
I worked on Andreen McDonald here in San Antonio, Texas. I worked on Cecilia Huerta Gallegos here in San Antonio, Texas. There was 2 autistic children that came up missing, or young adults, in January in Spring Branch. I worked on that one. Kaylana Turner, north of Houston, we went and did that one in June.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided to use our resources to try to help Savannah Soto and their family try to locate the car and find them.
Right. And so when did you first find out that Savannah Soto and Matthew were missing?
I actually came across a post on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So once I come across a post that somebody's missing, I start doing my research.
Mm-hmm.
I start trying to figure out what happened. Is it a runaway? Is it a case where, they just want to be gone because they're adults, or anything like that? And then once I figured that out, then I dive deeper and figure out what we can do to help them.
Gotcha. And so did any of the family members reach out to you guys for assistance, or did you reach out for them after, looking into it, just to tell them that you'll be, helping the search?
I actually reached out to a gentleman by the name of Albert, who's a searcher out of Houston, Texas. Mm-hmm. I saw a post that he was on his way in to come help with this case, and I reached out on the post and I said, "Hey, Albert, can you send me a message? I have a search and rescue group here in San Antonio, and we're trying to help you out."
Yeah.
So she didn't reach out to the parents. She reached out to somebody else, another search team or whatever.
And Albert is he was on I want to say a TikTok, right, in front of their apartment, talking about some of the things he had learned. Is that accurate?
Yes,
is that
absolutely? Yes, that's him.
Okay. So the information that he had found out then was that.
I don't know why. I guess they've lost audio. Have I lost audio?
I think is it just me or is it everybody that can't hear?
I can't hear him.
Okay. I thought you could hear him. That's why I just stayed quiet. I think he's going to have to jump out and jump back in.
I'm already back.
Okay.
It's mine.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I apologize. What was the last thing y'all heard? Anything?
You were asking me about Albert.
Right. Okay. Can you tell us about like what it was that Albert discovered about that about Matthew's father? I know that there was some rumors as far as like what time Matthew's father went back to that apartment. If it was the night that they went missing, it was after they were known to have been missing.
I actually don't know exactly what time the father went back to the apartment. I'm not quite sure. I believe it was Saturday.
I'm skipping
Where the
that.
vehicle was at.
Actually, Albert was the one who told me.
So this is pertinent to the Savannah Soto case. If you want to know more about that or what she has to say about that case in particular, there's lots of videos on YouTube about the Savannah Soto case. Please come watch the Drunk Turkey Show featuring Nina to find out more about that. I just want to find out about Nina. So I'm going to skip it ahead and
Sure about
see where we're at.
Because the tip came from a very reliable source that doesn't want to be revealed, but I believe that they were true.
And you're referring the tip of the vehicle being in the 78217. 78217 is from where the vehicle was found in Leon Valley.
Originally, when I got there, we were on the other side of the building from where the vehicle was found. We couldn't go around. We couldn't go around the building to see. When they set up the press conference and they put the mics out and everything for Chief McManus to come out, we went around that side and we could see everything. Well, not everything. They had it blocked off.
So wait a minute.
How long did you stay out there? You guys were searching that area.
I'm rewinding it because in the opening the show, he claimed, because I'm sure she claimed, that they were part of the team that found the vehicle. But here she's saying when she got there, she couldn't go around the building. And then when they set up the press conference, she could. So she's saying they couldn't go around the building because it was roped off because it was a crime scene. So that means that you're not one of the ones that originally found it. Let me see if that's what is being said here, but I think that's what was being said. So there's lie number one.
You're saying that there was a Facebook tip that led to this area. When did you arrive on the scene?
By the time I arrived on the scene from the other side of San Antonio, there was police everywhere. They'd already got it roped off and everything. It took us probably a good 18 minutes to get over there.
Mm-hmm. And from when you got there, what point of view did you have? I know you said there was cops everywhere. Were you able, how close?
So yeah, she's not one of the ones that found the vehicle. She got there after everybody else. So that's lie number one.
Were you able to get?
Originally, when I got there, we were on the other side of the building from where the vehicle was found. We couldn't go around. We couldn't go around the building to see. When they set up the press conference and they put the mics out and everything for Chief McManus to come out, we went around that side and we could see everything. Well, not everything. They had it blocked off.
And about how long did you stay out there?
I didn't leave there till about 9:15. The vehicle was found about 4 o'clock.
Good deal. So there's a few like rumors that have been kind of swirling around that I think we,
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party.
kind of want to squash or clear up. One of them being is that the victims were tied up. To your knowledge, from what you know from the scene, is that accurate?
No.
All right. So again, that's going to be more into the Savannah Soto case. Go check them out for that.
Kind of the way I took it.
And he was in the back seat and she was in the front seat. Is that accurate?
That's what they're saying. Yes.
I know that.
Oh,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
The reason why it didn't make sense to me is because Chief McManus was still considering the possibility that it was a suicide or suicide murder suicide. I'm sorry. And
okay, let me see if there's anything else pertinent to this case. That's all video footage from the Savannah Soto case. Let's see what she says about investigating.
Daddy had issues with Savannah and Matthew.
Most people have no clue that.
I'm not sure I want to have a clue. I think I'm good. I think I got all the clues I need here. Boo boo Kachu. Oh.
I figured out, got the mugshot and everything, and figured out that it wasn't him.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Jaime?
In that last clip, you can see that the window's still intact.
Okay. They're talking about
From the tent, you can see the door for the.
And you know what? At 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll figure it out. You'll wake up straight out of your sleep.
Yeah. It's definitely a reflection of something.
Let's see.
Parking spaces or something, or even driving by.
Maybe, but why isn't it reflecting on the truck too?
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know what it is. I don't
either. I don't know.
It's gonna bother me now that I know that it's not the window.
And you know what? At 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll figure it out. You'll wake up straight out of your sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a reflection of something. I just don't understand why it's not all over the place on that, and why just that one specific area. I think it could be the reverse mirror, maybe a fallen. They don't. The other thing is they don't tell us when that video was taken.
Yeah.
That was my point that I was going to tell you. We don't know what day that was, what time it was.
Yeah, that would make a big difference. Real big difference.
It would make a huge difference if we knew if that car had been sitting there since Saturday, or had that car just been dropped off on Christmas, or when was that car dropped off there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So again, this was right at Christmas.
I mean, I think he told me that
And what we saw with the courtroom and her case with the felony deadly assault, or the assault with a deadly weapon, was September 26th, as a matter of fact. Matter of fact, this is like almost exactly 2 months, or 3 months, excuse me, to the day of her court case.
the boyfriend was pretty tall, right?
Yes.
How, do you know how tall he was?
I want to say an estimate between 6.
So like, if anybody shorter than him drove that car, then they must have moved that seat forward, right?
So again,
Right.
talking about
I would hope they do. I would hope they look at that.
'Cause I remember a case where they didn't know who,
But they did say neither phone was found.
Neither phone was found. That says something, because I mean, well, yeah, I guess I just have this idea. I don't want to put it out there yet, just because and I've spoken to you about what I think might be going on.
Red Solo Cup.
And I can see why. I was thinking to myself, why would they take the phones in that situation? And then I think I connected the dots there. But I don't have any. That's just my speculation, so I'm not going to put it out there.
I mean, I'm still kind of. I'm going to stay on the fence until we get some more information from PD, and that's part of kind of what I do with my search and rescue group. I mean, there was 3 victims. We're here to help all 3 of them, not just her and the baby. We're here for Matthew's family too, and they all know that. So until we get concrete evidence, anything can be speculated. Anything.
Yeah, you're right. We know a lot about speculation in cases.
I think she's there to help herself, not the families. See what this last part
And
says.
they're not worried about eating, but they need to eat. We'll put together a meal train for the family where somebody can go on the app, buy them a meal, and have it delivered to their house on a certain day, without that person even knowing where the house is or anything. It all goes through this app. We will do vigils. We planned vigils before for families.
Okay, this is going to be important. So I'm going to go to the oh, I didn't realize she's over there talking. So I'm just going to put it right here, and we'll see what is said.
Say that. So I do call the family of a runaway. I assist them in any way possible to get their child's information out there and let them know what their options are and what they can and cannot do. As far as me building a search party to go look for a runaway, that's really hard for me to do because they're at somebody's house. They ran away. There's no real criteria if it's a true missing person. I don't have a criteria. If it's a missing person and the family needs help, we're there to help. We don't charge anybody. We don't do anything. We get our funds from our own pockets or fundraising.
Ma'am, you're lying, because we just saw where, well, she did fundraise to get her vehicle fixed and gas in the car, but the family of Caleb Harris, I believe it was, bought coats, gloves, she had the nerve to ask for laundry detergent after being bought toiletries, which is going to be your soap, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that, and were put up in a vacation suite, all on the dime of the missing person's family that she was there to search for. No, ma'am.
That's good. Good to know. That's great stuff. And when is the for you guys, when is the job done? Is it when there's an arrest? Is it when the vehicle is found?
When the money stops coming, or you're escorted off of the premises by the police, that's when it stops for her.
How long do you guys continue with the case? Maybe not this one in particular, but just in general.
I actually still talk to families of people we found 2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
I'll check on them. We can do aftercare services if the family needs a meal train. Somebody's deceased or something like this, and they're not worried about eating, but they need to eat. We'll put together a meal train for the family where somebody can go on the app, buy them a meal, and have it delivered to their house on a certain day, without that person even knowing where the house is or anything. It all goes through this app.
I would love to know how many people have went through this app to pay for that to happen, and how many families actually received the meal. That's another thing that would let me know exactly where her stance is on all of this stuff.
Do vigils. We planned vigils before for families. We've gone to services for families. We're here if a family just says, hey, can we talk? Yeah, I'm here. It doesn't matter what time they call me, I'm here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so I know you had said that you guys gone a lot of places. What type of equipment do you guys have? And type of, like, I know you said you had some drones.
We have 2 underwater drones. We have 2 underwater drones that were donated for use with our search and rescue group by a wonderful guy named Jason. He named them, and I can't ever remember their names, but they are used. They can go up to 300 foot below water, and they have cameras on them, and you use it on an iPad, and you can search.
Now, she's talking about the 2 underwater drones, which is really cool, but notice that she said they were donated. She didn't buy them. They were donated.
Search the whole entire. It's better than sending a diver down there. A diver has to take a break every so often. The drone only has to take a break every 6 hours to get charged, and that's why he has 2 of them. One of them has a hand on the front. So just say we found somebody deceased in some water. He'll send down the drone with a hand on the front. That drone will attach a diver's flag to that person. We'll deploy the flag, and then we'll call PD so they can do their job.
Oh, wow. And how many times have you guys used that?
This year alone, we've used the drones, I want to say like 4 or 5 times.
And
4 or 5 times. And then, no, they're really nice. And Jason spent a lot of money on them. And for him to donate them to our organization for use was phenomenal. We're one of the only search and rescue organizations that I know of in the state of Texas that has those drones.
Wow.
We have access to a canine dog. We just got.
I'm glad that this person, Jason, donated it and didn't give her the money for it. I mean, I'm just saying that would be concerning.
A new canine person came on, and we have access to a canine. We used to have one, but we don't. It's not the same partnership anymore. The canine, the drones. We have an RV for traveling. Jason has a driver.
If you have an RV for traveling, man, why are you out here asking for gas money for your diesel? Why are you out here having families pay for your vacation rental so you have somewhere to stay? What? Excuse me, what? The fuck did you just say?
Drivable RV that we use. We used it when we went to Humble looking for Kaylana Turner. Because we don't expect the family to pay for anything.
Oh, for real? For real? You don't expect the family to pay for anything except for your vacation house, coats, gloves, toiletries, laundry detergent, food, cigarettes, alcohol. You supposed to be there at 1:30, get there after midnight. You damn dope bags, whatever the hell you got. Oh, for real? I guess the RV also got repoed. That's why they had to stay in a vacation house. Remember this, all of those things happened after this interview.
Yeah. We want to just be able to fundraise, go help the family.
I sincerely apologize about my internet. I try to hook it up. If you understood my situation, it might explain why it does that better. But the other part of it is the kids. I've told them not to be on it, but sometimes their devices will connect back to it automatically because it is the internet for the house. So I apologize. I'm going to work with that and try to figure out ways to make it stop doing that. But for now, this is what I got.
And then, we're done when we're done.
Do y'all own like air drones with like different types of like gear?
We have one air drone. It's not like a super high tech drone. We're looking into. I've been talking to some people out of Houston. That it's like a drone club or something, and we're trying to partner, make some more networking events and partnership up with other people, other resources that can help us. They were saying we might need your water drones, and then you could come help us, and then we can help you with our air drones.
That's crazy. That's awesome, considering knowing that your organization is helping other organizations that you can go back and forth with different ones from different states as well.
Laura Williams, don't be fooled. Boo boo choo. Do some more research, sweet pea.
We're very open to helping anybody. If anybody's organization.
Oh, I bet you are. I bet money you are.
Would call today. Jason would say, Nina, we need to go here. And we need to go look for so-and-so. We have a call out of Ohio right now. We're waiting until the missing person's been gone for a couple of years. But the family's pretty sure that that person is in a body of water. Well, right now we all know Ohio's like a frozen tundra.
Yeah.
So the mother that called us has agreed for us to wait until spring thaw or whatever, and we're going to take the RV and we're going to head to Ohio. We'll spend 3, 4, 5 days up there helping her, trying to find her. I think it's her daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
That's sad.
We just do what we can.
I wonder if one of the comments that was left out of like what looked like Facebook screenshots was about that case in particular.
And you know,
yeah.
And like, I mean, are there situations where
she just
you're going, and how do you handle the situations if there has been where you know that you're probably looking for somebody who has passed and not somebody who's no longer alive? How do you handle those situations with the family?
When I do the interview with the family, I'm one of those people who believes in compassion and caring, but also being very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
So I let the family know this could go one of two ways.
I could be drunk and fucked up and not be a help at all and be escorted off of the search by the police, or I could just not be here. That's one of two ways. That's your two options.
We could either find the person that we're looking for and bring them back to be in your life again, or we could find the person not here anymore and we can bring them back for you to take care of their last wishes or whatever. Either way, we're going to bring you your loved one back to you.
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, because in some of these cases we get called on.
I mean, to be quite frank, all bullshitting aside, you can't go out there and say that, because what if you don't find them? You can't guarantee to bring them back. You can guarantee to do your best to try to find them, but you don't know that you're going to find them. There's cases out here, I mean, good Lord, just go look, that the people have never been found. You can't say either way we're going to find them. You don't know that. That's a you can't promise people that. And anybody that was running a legitimate organization would know that. What you should have said is, I can do my best to bring your loved one back to you, in whatever state they may be in, here on this earth or no longer here on this earth, in a spiritual manner. I can do my best. You cannot promise to bring somebody's loved one back to them, because you don't know. You can do your best to try to help find them, but you don't know that you're going to find them.
It's been days or months or years, but we're still willing to help. It doesn't matter how big the case is, how small it is. Like Savannah, hers got a lot of social media traction on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. But the first day I started looking at it, she didn't have a lot of media traction.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't matter. We were going to do what we could anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's very,
I'm going to have to look and see, and maybe make a short video on how many people that she's went and searched for and actually possibly found or helped find. And I also want to know how many people she searched for and if it hit the news and was kind of a big case before she went out there. Because again, we're going back to the Willow and Wyman Bryant case. That was on the news. She was on the news talking about it.
that's awesome of you guys, and you guys getting out there and getting it going. Man, you guys do some great work. We look forward to having you guys on and talking about more of the stuff that you guys are going to be doing and looking at anybody else and bringing attention to, those cases. Because, perhaps if, this got media attention earlier, maybe this car's found earlier. And I'm not saying that it would have a different outcome, obviously not, but maybe perhaps be a little bit closer to capturing somebody at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when they said that the car was gone and the car was missing, the problem we had originally was we had a paper plate.
Huh.
We didn't have the actual plate numbers. So I guess the family had called the dealership that they got the car at, and it finally came back to the family Tuesday morning that there was Texas plates on that car.
So that vehicle
we
was
were out there
recently purchased?
Yes, we were out there looking for a vehicle that had paper plates that were supposed to expire on January 4th. So little details make a huge difference in how quickly we can help them. And anybody that brings us a case, I always tell them, start from the day before they went missing, and start telling me everything that happened. I don't care if you're going to tell me that they drank 2 sodas, because when you're talking about it, you're going to remember more things. And those things are like pieces of a puzzle that I put together and create the plan to go look for your loved one.
Yeah. Every small little detail could be a clue.
Matters. Yep.
Do you know where they purchased that vehicle from?
I do not. I did not ask what dealer.
Okay. So I think that's about all we need to get from that. Well, we'll go ahead and finish it out and see if she says anything else that just is a blatant lie.
It came from. At first, everybody was telling them to go look and see if they had a tracker on it, because it was a 2013.
Yeah.
And apparently it came back that it didn't have a tracker. That was, I want to say Sunday, I believe. And then Tuesday is when they got the plate number, Tuesday morning.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if they had a tracker, given the, it's 2013 that was recently sold. Unless it was purchased cash, usually and typically, lenders will, if you're
Want a
lending for
tracker on
something
it.
that old, yeah, they want a tracker on it.
Right.
That's interesting. But then again, there were several pictures of him with wads of cash. He may have purchased it with cash.
Absolutely.
And so, do you got anything, Jaime? We're getting pretty close to that hour mark.
Yeah, I think this is going to be about it. She might say something important here at the end, so we'll watch it for just another second. But
No, but when it comes down to this case, the thing is that usually it always goes down to the significant other at the time, right? It usually starts off like that, and people tend to look back in his past and they kind of start blaming people that are not supposed to be blamed. And now that we're seeing some of the details coming out, and we have a bigger picture of what we should be expecting, or at least hoping that there'll be some arrest made.
I mean, we start out and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I start out with a case, I check backgrounds on
Dilly Pickles, oh, the one that before that said they were in Oklahoma and saving the information, I hope you would like not only throw it away, but like toss it into a fire, get a flamethrower. I don't know, but please lose that information. There's so many other legitimate search and rescue teams out here doing the same. Hell, I would have called Adventures with Purpose to find my damn loved one under the water before I'd have called this woman right here. Just being frankly honest.
Anybody that has,
or narked divers, something.
that, if it's a missing wife, I'm going to check her background and I'm going to check his background, because our group does deal with a lot of domestic violence victims. We have dealt with that a lot. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to check everybody's background so that everybody in my core group knows, hey, this person's violent, or this person's not, or this person's this, and I originally checked Matthew's background and was like,
I wonder how she feels about people checking her background, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing, right? That's what Granny's Watching did, right? We just checked the background of her. So you're out here talking about you're going to check everybody's backgrounds and make sure everybody's good and legitimate and all of that. But when we check your background and we pull up all of this shit, I mean, you're doing a good job of trying to make yourself look legitimate. I'll give you that, but you're not.
like, wow, this could be another DV situation. But then I got more into researching his social media and all his different things that he was doing, and pictures I was finding, and posts people were sending me, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, we got a fence here, and I'm going to stay on the side of the fence. It's going to be domestic violence, or it's going to be in his dealings, his background, his lifestyle.
Yeah, right.
So, and that's kind of, I'm just going to stay there for right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, until somebody's arrested and we see why or what, if it's, capital murder, that's going to tell us something. If it's, assisting in something else, that's going to tell us more.
Right. Absolutely.
Dilly Pickles asks, where can donations be made to you guys, to your nonprofit?
For our group, we have Cash App, which is Search and Rescue SATX. We have
Dilly Pickles, I hope you didn't give her a bunch of money. And it sucks. This just goes to show that people want to donate. They want to feel like they're helping a case. They're helping people that are out here searching. And you've got these bad actors, the other ones that are in the Sebastian Rogers case, all the bad actors out here just using it for a money grab. It's sad.
We have a GoFundMe, but that's on our group page, and then we have PayPal, which is Search and Rescue SATX.
And is the symbol, right? Not the word.
No, it's actually spelled out: Search and Rescue, and then SATX.
Gotcha. There you go.
Our group is private. You have to ask to be a part of it because of the fact that we deal with a lot of DV situations. But people are more than welcome.
Are you sure it's not because of the fact that you run around here getting the police called on you, trying to meet families at bars, show up drunk, damn 12 hours later than what time you said you'd be there? Maybe that's why it's a private group and you have to request to be part of it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just over here, just little of me in the corner over here.
Welcome to request to come in. There's a couple questions you need to answer, a couple criteria to get in, and that group is everything we do. Searches, fundraisers, if there's missing persons. I even post runaways constantly in that group. because you never know when one of our members is going to drive by and see, oh, that kid at the bus stop was that kid I just saw on the flyer.
Yeah.
We have our TikTok page, which is Search and Rescue SATX. Well, I mean, we have a wide range of social media.
And you're going to be coming. I know you said you have a YouTube channel that you just haven't done anything with, but you're going to be working on that as well, right?
Yes. My daughter is my little admin wizard, and she's going to start working on that for me.
Good deal. Good deal. Good stuff.
Oh, the daughter that you almost killed somebody for?
Good stuff. Do you have any questions for us before we call this a show?
I don't.
I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. I have nothing to say negative about her child. Her child has no part of this and no part of what her mother's out here running amok doing. I do sincerely apologize for saying that. I should not have said that, but I don't. This woman pisses me off because it's obvious that it's a grift. It's obvious that she has issues. She has substance issues and alcohol issues. And if you're going to do this and your heart is really in it for the right reasons, then go and get some help before you come out here doing this, because you're making the whole search and rescue community look bad by coming out here drinking on substances, this, that, and the third. Take some time to get some help. Let somebody else take over your organization for you or run it for you while you go get some help, honey. Out here asking, you can't, even if they offer, well, let me put you in a place to stay. No, I'm okay, but I really appreciate that. Let me buy you, dinner. Okay. You don't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. I think it's a time that we can get together and all speak about the case in a setting while we get something to eat. Okay. And then you're asking for laundry detergent and toiletries and all of that. Come on. Come on. Car get fixed, gas. No.
Really thank you guys for allowing me to come on and give you my experience on this case and other cases. And I hope it brings more awareness to San Antonio that we're here, and we're here for families that have missing loved ones. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I really think you're there for yourself.
I agree. This is a sad situation all the way around, regardless of anything, whether there was, like we mentioned, there's his lifestyle may have led to something. Regardless of that, these were three people, three lives that were taken. One was an unborn child, the utmost innocent type of.
And with that, I'm going to be done with that. But I mean, it goes back to, remember the Facebook post that we saw where they were saying that she's not supposed to be around minors and the elderly, presumably because that's the vulnerable population. And she's running a damn business to deal with the vulnerable population, people at their most vulnerable, needing fundraising and money for this and that. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it one damn bit. And with that, I'm going to end this stream. I hope that somebody sees this somewhere and thinks twice, does some research into any kind of search and rescue team or any kind of business in that genre, even all the way down to healthcare professionals for your elderly and for your loved ones. Do some research. Look into these people. Make sure that you got somebody that's on the up and up. I mean, when you've been escorted off of properties because of your attitude, your demeanor, the way you're acting, that you're drinking, that you got substances, it's so bad that she had to be escorted off of, I think, not only one, but two cases that she was trying to quote unquote help for by the police. The police had to come out there and make her leave. And then even after that, she's out here waving a gun around, shooting it off in apartment complexes. And we know how dangerous that can be. All you got to do is do a simple search and look. This is bad. And she's still out here doing all of this. This is bad. I hope somebody sees this. And I just ask you to do research. I understand. I don't understand. Let me rephrase that. I don't understand how desperate you could be if you lost a child and your child is missing. I don't understand that feeling, and I hope I never do understand that feeling. But at the same time, you have still got to have discretion about the people you bring in, because unfortunately, in this world, there are drama vultures. There are tragedy vultures. They just want to get and just pick you apart, all your money, all your time, all your energy, everything. They just want to pick it from you piece by piece by piece until they've taken it all and you're left there with nothing, and you can't do anything when legitimate people want to come. And then some people are out here taking the legitimate ones away to put in all of these bad actors, and you've got to question, what's the motive? Why are you out here getting rid of legitimate people and getting all these other people in who are nothing, talking about nothing but fundraising and getting money and doing this and doing that and Cash Apps and Venmos and PayPals and all of the things, when you have legitimate people there who you may leave because they wanted to do background checks and make sure that there were no RSOs, that there were no Nina glasses out here. I don't know, man. I'm over here wondering. I hope your day tomorrow is the best day you've ever had in your entire life, and I'll be back in the morning. Bye.